everyone eventually runs into their aha moment. And sometimes it's something as big as COVID or a war. And sometimes it's something as simple as they were lying to me about my golf. Once that veil is cracked and you see through and you realize, fuck, they've been lying to me.
The whole time.
The whole entire time. Now you start seeing. It's like waking up for the first time.
Yeah, well, you have the glasses on now.
All of a sudden you're like, oh shit, they lied to me about this and this and this and this. And you come to this realization that, fuck, I was the sheep. I was wrong about all of it. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. How are you, Peter?
Very good. It's always good to be here. Good morning, everybody.
So I get really pissed off when...
So we're gonna start like this.
I'm gonna start right there. I'm gonna go right into this.
Shit, bro.
When the media messes with us and they're talking about politics or life or social issues, it is what it is. It's all a part of the establishment. We've come to accept that.
Right.
But when the media bullshit encroaches on my personal space, into my hobby space, in my passion space, now you've pissed me off.
Now you done fucked up.
Now you done fucked up. That's exactly what it is. So the news for today, and that would have been yesterday, however this works, is that LIV Golf and the PGA Tour are going to merge.
Which is absolutely crazy. I just never thought this was gonna happen.
For people that are not familiar, and don't worry guys, this is not a golf episode. However, we're going to do it on the basis of golf, at least to start. And we will get into other topics later, but I have to start here.
Hey, this is Matt Kim podcast. He can talk about whatever the fuck he wants.
I need to touch this. So for people who are not familiar, who are not golf fans, I'll give you a quick rundown on the history. Approximately 2 years ago, the PGA Tour that we all know of had a Rebel League breakaway from them.
Yes.
Greg Norman, who is a legend in the game of golf, led this charge. He recruited a bunch of players, partnered with the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund, and they paid players $100, $200, $300, $400 million to join their Rebel League.
Yeah, which is amazing payday for a lot of these kind of B-tier golfers.
That was the narrative. What we found out is that these guys can still play.
Yes.
That they're extremely good. So they took these players, they started a league, LIV Golf, they put them in a team structure, and the whole narrative for the entire 2 years was how un-American of them to partner and take that Saudi blood money.
Yeah, Saudi blood money.
The Saudi blood money. How can you possibly partner with the people that are responsible for 9/11? That's what they told us.
I remember hearing that stuff, and I guffaw so hard because we all know who the real perps are.
And even during the process of last year, they rolled out the survivor families of 9/11.
Oh gosh.
And they protested.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
They went that low?
They rolled them out in like wheelchairs and shit.
They were that desperate.
Yes.
That desperate.
So the league defected. A few of the key players left, and they said these guys are washed up. These guys can't play anymore. These guys can't handle the schedule because it's a shortened schedule. It's 3 rounds and 4 rounds, a team format and 7 individual format. And they said this is going to fall flat on its face. Jay Manhan, who is the commissioner of the PGA Tour, held a players meeting end of last summer. And he told the players, you can't leave the PGA Tour. If you leave the PGA Tour, you guys will be suspended. You guys will be fined. You guys can't come back. How can you possibly go and take the blood money when we have this opportunity for you? We have history. We are American.
Right.
We don't do that.
Because the PGA Tour and golfing in many ways is pretty much as American as American apple pie.
Correct.
Right? It's part of the foundation of America, which is, I think it's a fair statement to say.
And he gathered them all. He said, we're going to keep the players involved in all the decision making because this is a players league. Why are you going to go work for the Saudis when you can have a say in how this league operates?
Sacrilege. You can't break tradition. Yeah.
Of course you can. And they shamed them, and they made it so difficult for people that were considering. They put them through the news cycle, all the talking heads, entire Masters, they're talking about how there's some LIV players here. Look at them, like they're all that. Today, we found out that Jay Manhan, they are a nonprofit, the PGA Tour. There are 5 members of the board that make the decision for how that tour operates. We found out that 3 of them made a deal in the darkness with LIV Golf and announced today that they're going to merge. The players are shocked. They had no idea.
Emotional, damn it.
This is exactly this is why we're talking about, because Matt has personal emotional damage from this.
And I'm a fan of LIV Golf. I thought it was interesting what they were doing. They do it over 3 days. They all start at the same time. So within 4 hours, you can watch the entire round of golf. And if you're like me, who don't have a lot of time to sit there 4 days in a row and watch so much golf, but want to catch a little bit, this was like a good one for me. I thought it was interesting. But they made the deal. And these guys who told us that you can't work and take the Saudi money, the Saudi blood money, took the Saudi blood money.
And come on, at the end of the day, business is business. And if they're running the numbers, because LIV Golf has been around for just enough time now to be able to really substantiate advertising dollars, clicks, views, attendance, swag, merch, right? They got enough years now where they have data that would hopefully show a pretty positive revenue trajectory. And
Which
so
what you would assume, except I don't believe LIV Golf was making any money. They were just pumping money in, trying to start.
So the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund is the one that's backing everything, and actually they're bleeding.
Correct.
But
Well, can you look up real quickly a list of all the investments the PIF has made?
And so I'm curious if we back up a little bit, because I'm sure your audience wants to hear your opinion about this, but I'm curious if we back up. When you heard about LIV Golf, like I'm not a golfer, so for me, I was kind of agnostic to it all. It's just like seems like they're gonna start a new culture. Seems like they're gonna do more fast-paced golfing, a lot more action. The spectators can have more access. It's a little bit that that's the way that I saw it. And obviously, for me, in my economic brain, I'm thinking, well, if it makes good money and they're willing to pay these players amazing, almost exorbitant amounts to play, then shit, man, take the money. So I'm curious about your first perspective when you heard about LIV Golf and kind of this breakaway from a very traditional American golfing culture with a lot of history behind it to now this new version of speed golf. What was your first ideas around it?
When I first heard it, the concept they threw around was F1 racing, which all of a sudden it perks up ears, right?
Of course. Yeah,
F1 racing.
It's the best racing in the world, yeah.
They're going to create teams, different individual franchises, and they build their teams based on the players that they recruit and bring in, and they fight each other for a championship at the end. I thought that was an interesting concept.
Sounds like StarCraft.
What if one day, they start with 12 teams. One day, TaylorMade owns one team. Nike owns another team.
So it's like the manufacturers.
Or, Japan has their own team. Korea has a team. South Africa has a team. Americans, maybe a bank or someone else buys a team. You would have 12 franchise owners like you do in F1. You build your team. If someone doesn't do well, then you relegate them down to the minors and you bring in someone else. I thought that would create interesting drama for a pretty boring sport. Golf is I love to play golf. To watch it and be a part of it, it's pretty fucking boring, right? Like they have to manufacture
some intellectual
drama.
honesty here.
They have to manufacture drama because golfers inherently are boring people.
Really? I mean,
as a golfer, your life is spent practicing.
Fair
and playing by yourself.
Fair enough. Though we've had some pretty significant characters over the last 30 years or so. I was more in tune with golf when I lived in Florida in Jacksonville because it's all about golf. So you have some pretty interesting characters in the golfing field. I can't name any of them right now, but a lot of I remember. What's that fat guy?
John Daly.
John Daly. Like he would be smoking cigars or smoking a cigarette and drinking a beer and then fucking crush it.
Correct.
Right. People like that. So there were some kind of characters out there.
There's a couple out there, mostly in the past. I mean, golf was dying. Tiger came around, gave it the huge boom.
For sure.
Tiger went through a scandal. Golf went down again. Tiger came back. Golf came back. Tiger kind of is getting older. Golf is going down again. Pandemic totally gave golf a boom because what are you going to do if you can't go indoors anywhere? No starts playing golf. Golf took a huge boom during the pandemic. And now we're in a place where on a Saturday and a Sunday where you couldn't get a tee time to play. Now you go to the golf course and there's so much availability. All the pandemic golfers are going back to things they used to do.
I see.
Golf sucks. Golf is difficult. Why am I torturing myself for 4 to 5 hours in the sun when I can go sit in the outdoor patio and drink a margarita?
Your sins are forgiven, son. That's like this guy's repenting in front of me, guys. Oh, I get it.
Let's go through this list real quick. These are all the companies that have taken the Saudi Public Investment Fund money. Lucid, Activision, Blizzard, Electronic Arts, Uber. That huge share in Uber, by the way.
Wow.
Take-Two, Live Nation. They were huge in Live Nation.
Wow.
Starbucks. They hold big in Starbucks.
Meta's Facebook.
Yes. Salesforce. I think they hold a big part of
PayPal, Microsoft, JP, BlackRock. Of course, BlackRock. Home Depot, Adobe, Alphabet, Amazon, Zoom, FedEx, Visa, Walmart. So you're all your pretty much your
everybody.
Fortune 500.
They own a piece of everyone. Everyone has taken this money. And they said, how dare these players take the Saudi blood money? And everyone's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Look at this list. Every other American's dipping their toes in it.
And not just corporate. America as a country takes a huge amount of interest and money from Saudi Arabia.
We craft economic and social policy around oil in Saudi Arabia.
Correct. But if you took the money,
oh, well,
you're a terrorist. Right? Like those narratives that we're so used to hearing now are just like, oh, like do it. I get it. Do it around politics.
So you're getting pissed off because they're dipping their toe into all of the golf world that you love. So what I'm curious about is with this new merger, obviously there's going to be huge amounts of blowback. This is brand new, fresh off the press. And so we're going to start hearing a lot of statements from golfers, right? So I'm curious, before we start hearing statements from golfers about whether they like it or not, whether they're going to capitulate or not, whether they're going to kiss the ring or not, who knows what it's going to look like. I'm curious about your take. What do you think about this merger? Is this a good thing? Is this going to freshen up the golf culture? Is this the type of energy that golf currently needs as an injection to keep going?
So they did a player meeting with the PGA Tour. And from what I read online, 90% was negative feelings towards this merger.
Really?
Because everyone felt blindsided by it. No one was involved in the process.
Well, I guess you can't call the PGA the Players Club.
No. And imagine if because the guys who defected and left, they received anywhere from 30 to 200
You keep using this word defected. Isn't that playing into the political vernacular?
I like the word.
Can't they just have an economic?
to.
Can't they make an economic decision? It's like PGA Tour's paying.
I mean, they
beans.
defected because they were on one tour. Another tour came around and they said, "Hey, we'll give you more money. Come here. You're defecting."
So let me ask you this: if a guy who's I can cite several examples like Roman Grosjean, who used to drive F1, now he's driving IndyCar. Did he defect?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the way you see it? Bro?
You had your.
I disagree with you, man.
You had your crew. You had who you were rolling with. You had, and it's different for racing because there are very different racing leagues. But in golf, there is one tour.
That's fair enough,
right?
Right.
And you decide to go against the main tour to start a rogue tour. So I don't know. Maybe the defect is not the right word, but it's the word you use. I'm just using it too.
He's just pissed off, guys. Give him a little bit of olive branch today.
So a lot of people got anywhere from say 20, 30 million to 100 to 200 million.
I know.
To leave.
Amazing amounts of money, by the way.
Crazy amounts.
Crazy amounts of money.
And they said if you are thinking about leaving, you are a bad person and you hate America, so you can't leave. Think about all those guys that didn't leave because of that. And they're like, fuck, seriously? All I had to do was play less events for 2 years and I could have 200 million in my pocket?
Yeah, and now we're merging and
I get nothing for it?
Yeah, let bygones be bygones.
Now you can see why people are pissed.
Oh, people so salty.
Hey,
people so salty. Okay, let me ask you this. If you were on the PGA Tour and you were not
gone. Give him my money.
This guy didn't even let me finish the statement, bro. He knew exactly what I was gonna ask.
Right, let me just
He's
read
like,
you.
Let me get paid, motherfucker.
Let me read you this statement. All right. All of those golfers that remain loyal to the very disloyal PGA in all of its different forms will pay a big price when the inevitable merger with LIV comes. and you get nothing but a big thank you from PGA officials who are making millions of dollars a year. If you don't take the money now, you'll get nothing after the merger takes place, and only say how smart the original signees were.
That's Donald Trump right there.
July 2022.
So that's fascinating to me. It's almost like Donald Trump is either a time traveler or a soothsayer, fortune teller, or he's just damn good at business and he sees the writing on the wall.
How does this guy get it right so much? And all these fucking talking heads are like, this guy's so stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what to talk about. And he's constantly right about this shit.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say. Is he has, and I obviously right now can't think of all the specifics, but dadgummit, over history of his long business career, he's made some really great calls.
Yeah, and this is one of them. And he worked, so he has an issue with the PGA Tour because I think 2020, they were supposed to have the PGA Championship at his golf course in New Jersey. And after the election and everything that went on, they took it away from him and they moved it elsewhere. When he got elected, they used to do a tour. I mean, they used to do an event at Doral in Florida at his course. When he got elected, they took that away from him.
Can we say on air, live, and on record that my opinion, Peter, that Donald Trump literally was the worst treated politician in all of human history?
For sure.
Like the unfairness of it all. Now, no one said life is fair. Peace. We get it. But daggum, they threw everything at him, man. Like everything in the kitchen sink. I remember, this was my wife. We were talking about how Melania, how they started like canceling designer sponsors. She wouldn't be able to wear like the usual traditional X, Y, and Z because like, geez, they made it so hard for that fucking family just to get shit done, man. It was crazy.
They even gave his wife shit about her Christmas decorations. That's such news. Like that's that because that hurts a little bit, right?
Exactly.
For women, that hurts.
Exactly.
Like your decorations suck. And she's like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, they literally tried to throw them through the entire ringer, man. And the guy came out stronger, which is so crazy. It shows not only his business acumen, but it also shows his perseverance, his grit, and his fucking resilience, dude.
I think something that never gets talked about, but I notice all the time, is that I always compare Biden's children to Trump's children.
It's a stark contrast.
If your children are a reflection of who you are, I mean, what else do you need to know?
Night and day.
It's complete night and day. I don't care if you like Trump or you don't like Trump. You can't deny that his kids turned out fucking fantastic. They're all smart. They're all well educated. They're all business people. They're all successful in their own right. And they're not fucking crackheads.
They're not crackheads with, 15, 20,000 pictures and videos of him with prostitutes, crack cocaine, and children, which is fascinating to me because I heard that the website that was hosting all of this was pulled down for child pornography, which is just like the irony of it. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Well, clearly, if it's not good for public consumption, then why is he doing all this? Why are we allowing him to get away with all this nonsense, man?
And people will chime in and say, you are not your children, so that it shouldn't matter, and how your kids are shouldn't have any resemblance or effect on how we perceive you as a man. And I disagree completely.
Wrong. Yeah. Where's the wrong? Exactly. No, you are, and with your new daughter, like you're gonna continue to realize this as I'm continuing to realize this as my kids get into their tweens and teens, is just like your kids are an absolute reflection of your parenting.
Yeah.
And maybe the world will disagree with me by saying this, but man, I'll tell you, if your kids are fucked up, it's 100% the parents' fault.
Yes.
We're talking about kids. We're not talking about adults. We're talking about if the kid lives under your house, they sleep at your house, they eat your food, you're paying for their cell phone and shit. If they are little pieces of shit, that is everything to do with the parenting.
And people don't want to hear that.
People don't want to hear it.
So they give the whole world a pass and how their kids are because they don't want to be judged like that.
Yes, it's almost like our absolute tolerance is ensuring the degradation of American society. Seriously, like, did you see that? Did you see that kid in Europe, the black guy in Europe, Nipsey, the kid that was just walking into random houses? Did you see that shit? No. Will, have you seen that guy? He was on Piers Morgan. Type in UK kid Piers Morgan walking into house. Google that shit. That's what my Matrix is feeding me.
Yeah.
We were talking. We have to go back to golf for a second. So we were outside before the podcast started, and literally, like, if I was not as ignorant, I'm kind of ignorant, but if I was even more ignorant, I would truly believe that no one watches golf on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or any type of social media system. Why? Because my Matrix, and I said this to Matt, my Matrix literally doesn't feed me any of that shit. And then you and Will started talking about, oh man, we saw this girl,
We didn't
golfing.
say that.
Booties and like all these golfers, and he was talking about the putt or some guy. Good. No,
Oh, Marquise Brownlee is a huge golfer, by the
Mizzy,
way.
that's right, Mizzy. Before you play it, let me finish this out though. Like literally, I think this is an interesting point. Literally, my Matrix does not show me any golf, and I think that's just a nice kind of somewhat stark reminder that literally everyone has their own matrix that is there of information that they're being fed, and there's multiverses and other universes and other worlds out there that you literally do not know exist because you will never be fed that shit. If I didn't have a friend like you and we wouldn't end up talking like this, I would literally go on the rest of my life thinking no one fucking watches any golf. No one's growing any golf content. There's nothing viral about golf, literally. But you're telling me that it's blowing up beyond exotic supercars, which I'm fed every fucking day.
So I want to ask you a question then about that. If you are shown a certain matrix, certain algorithm, and gives you some sort of information, and you're fed a headline. For example, I can't believe these guys left to live golf. They're taking the Saudi blood money. If that's what you're fed, and you're an American, like, fuck them. You thought that, and you told everyone around, fuck those guys, and you became a part of it. But now you find out it was all bullshit. It's all about the money, because it's always about the fucking money.
Follow the money.
But once you come to that realization, how do you come back from that? You're the guy. I think about it during like COVID. I know like COVID nurses who were like, if you don't wear the mask, you're killing everybody. And if you don't take the shots, that you're gonna kill everyone. And all these narratives that them as medical professionals were told they had to say. And after a while, they believed it. Not because they're bad people, but because they were fed it so many times. And they're thinking, I want to be a good person. I want to save people's lives. And they pushed it to everybody. Come 1 year later, 2 years later, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, we fucked up.
I shouldn't have done that. How do you come back from that?
Well, there's two ways to look at this. The first way to look at this is, should they be forgiven? And maybe we can cross that bridge. But the second thing is if we take from the playbook of the mainstream media talking heads, then the short answer is nobody gives a fuck. Because those talking heads lie to us through their teeth every single day. And then when we find out, which we already knew, that it was all a lie, they don't give a fuck. They're still, Rachel Maddow is still getting paid, what, $40 million fucking dollars a year? And she lies through her teeth about everything? Come on. So there's two ways to look at it. We can be humble and we can say, you made a mistake. You were transmogrified by the propaganda machine and you believed it hook, line, and sinker. You got a little bit emotional because you were yelling at me for wearing my fucking mask and you were wrong, Karen. But guess what, Karen? I forgive you. Or you could be like, fuck you, you're still a terrible person, and it doesn't fucking matter anyway because...
But that's from your perspective.
Yeah.
How about try to put yourself in the other person's shoes, right?
Ooh.
I pushed this on people. I said, wear your fucking mask. I did that to you. I thought I was doing the right thing because everyone told me.
Do you feel like you owe me owe people an apology?
I'm just saying.
Most people aren't going to apologize for shit.
That's what I'm saying, because there's a level of pride.
Ego.
I was wrong, ego. I was wrong, but I don't want to go around saying I'm sorry all the time. But what do you do? Because when I see that person, I'm like, but you're kind of that person that did that shit to you.
You were that cunt.
Yeah. Beep. You know, but if you were that person, you're the one helping perpetuate wear your mask. If you were helping perpetuate take the shot. If you were helping perpetuate don't take the bloody Saudi money.
But
all part of the same media machine, right? The same people telling you all that shit.
yeah.
If you were one of the people that believed what you were told, again, not because you thought, hey, like I'm a sheep, ha, bah, like, but that's just you hear it enough times. Maybe you're like, all right, I'm gonna err on the side.
I think and to be fair, I think the mainstream media pounds it into people's heads so much that it's not even capitulation. It's just like. It's even worse than capitulation. Capitulation it kind of comes with an assertion that you are giving up. But it's not, it's worse than capitulation. You don't even capitulate. It just becomes part of you because it soaks into your skin. Does that make sense?
So it wasn't necessarily your fault because you were almost brainwashed. And you can't tell people that because that's offensive also.
Yeah.
But what if you were that person that drank all the Kool-Aid?
So I'll look at this 2 points. Most people have the autonomy and decision-making capability to turn the fucking TV off. But I have colleagues and I have family and friends who are in hospitals. They work in hospitals. And guess what all they play in there? Fucking CNN. Like, you don't have a choice. Everyone is watching the same shit every single day for 12-hour shifts. So can you blame them that the first line responders and the nurses and the clinicians kind of drank the Kool-Aid? Was it their fault? Well, maybe it's the culture of that environment.
I mean, they look around and there are people coming to the hospital. They see death. They see sickness. Everyone in their universe is talking about this. All the headlines are
Right.
It decides what their conversation, their water cooler conversations are like. So they're just stuck in the middle of this hurricane of bad information.
I think it becomes a problem when they start promoting it in their own volition.
And they do.
I think that is when it becomes a problem. Because you can be saturated by something and still not socialize. You could just be like, okay, fuck it. It is what it is. The world's crumbling. I'm just going to say shit. But some people took that to the point where they started becoming advocates. And then they became, if I could go even farther, they ended up getting to the point where they started almost like cheerleading and then supporting and then being innovative. And then we find these really fucking creepy dance videos now of all these nurses dancing COVID shit and like, get the jab. They're dancing.
And the other side would say that we're doing the same thing right now.
Ooh, that's right. We are propagating the alt-right narrative.
We are the conspiracy theorists, right? So but our intentions are good. We're saying what we believe to be true. They essentially did the same thing, just a different narrative. How do you roll that back?
I don't think you can ever roll it back.
Like, are you fucked? Is that a part of who you are? You're that guy or you're that girl
I think
that pushed that shit on us. And we sat here and we argued and you said, I'm killing people, right? It's all happened to all of us, right? We've all had the conversation with that person.
Yes, we have. I think I've been fortunate because I'm on the other side of that. I'm on the side of fuck the government. And this is just, and I'm not saying I'm smarter than everybody else, but I've researched enough that the government tends to do one thing exceptionally well: kill its own people. And when you start seeing, and maybe it's just because I'm a little bit more woke or awake than others, who knows? But when I see like talking heads dancing in syringe suits and promoting getting a experimental drug by the mayor of New York saying, well, if you take the drug, we'll also give you free hamburgers and fries. I mean,
I think you only got fries.
You understand my point? Like, things got to a point where it was beyond creepy.
Yeah.
It was like, we're in bizarro world. Like, I can't believe Stephen Colbert was dancing in like a syringe suit.
Yeah.
I can't believe we had a New York mayor saying, "You'll get the jab and you get fries with it." It's like there was some crazy shit that was going on. So
If you want to eat these fries, get the shot.
and let's be honest, there are supercuts of all the major talking heads
Yeah.
saying you
Yeah.
are the problem. You didn't take the thing. You're killing people. So peace. I get it. So I think I'm fortunate because I was on the other side of that where I was like, fuck this shit. I'm doing nothing. And I think we were talking at the time, and I was like, I'm still fucking going racing every weekend, right? And people might say, oh, well, you were endangering people. Fuck off. When you're at a racetrack, you're around nobody, right? And you're going 70 miles per hour, right? And I'm in the fucking paddock, so like you're not hanging out with nobody. You're just racing cars and shit. So it actually, under the guidelines of COVID at the time, like we were in a great place. We were totally social distance with everybody, but I can't give you all that to say that context is important because I don't know if I could tell you what I would do if I was in that position. Because you're not wrong. I would get so sick and tired of apologizing to people. I'd be like, sorry, I made a mistake. I was in your face about it that one time. I think every individual kind of just has to have a come to Jesus moment with themselves and just be like, I need to just live with this shit. I was played like a sucker, and hopefully next time when they tell us that we need to give $4 billion back to Ukraine of my tax money, that I should probably say no this fucking time.
Everyone eventually runs into their aha moment. And sometimes it's something as big as COVID or a war. And sometimes it's something as simple as they were lying to me about my golf. Right? But once that veil is cracked and you see through and you realize, fuck, they've been lying to me
The whole time.
the whole entire time. Now you start seeing. It's like waking up for the first time.
Yeah, well, you have the glasses on now.
All of a sudden you're like, oh shit, they lied to me about this and this and this and this. And you come to this realization that, fuck, I was the sheep. I was wrong about all of it.
And I think people appreciate hearing stuff like this from people like us because we were once sheep.
But how do you project to the world, fuck, I'm woken up. I
think,
was wrong. Because that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to come to terms with.
I think it is a hard thing to come to terms with. I think every individual is going to have to get to a point where they either live with it or get to a position or a stance in life where it's like it's no longer an issue. But I think for me, I think the thing that I care most about in people is that they learn from it and they don't fucking make that mistake again. You have kids now. Like, trust me. Like, you're going to watch your daughter, your kids, they're going to do some stupid ass shit. And you're just going to hope and pray after that conversation with them that they don't fucking do it again. Right? And I think it's more visceral and real for you because you have kids now, but I think for people who don't have kids, they're just going to have to deal with that themselves because kids are the greatest reflection of your inequities and kids are the greatest reflection of your failings. And so, like, and you already know this. I don't have to preach to you about this. Like, you can see all the perfect in your daughter that you wish you should have been and wish you could have been. But you also see all your potential failings in the future of how you'll let her down. And you don't want to do that, right?
Of course.
I'm not lying to you.
Of course.
And so, and you want to protect this precious jewel with everything that you can. And when she gets to the point where she starts growing a brain, she starts talking back to you, shit, bro.
I'm too smart for that. You can't beat me.
This guy knows nothing. What is that, Jon Snow? You know nothing, Jon Snow. Wait till your daughter grows a brain and she asks you a question that stumps you. And for the first time, you can tell in her face that she just lost a bit of respect for you. Because trust me, you're going to see it, man. I've had moments where my daughter's asked me a question, and I think I'm relatively sophisticated. She's asked me a question, and I just, for a brief moment, like my brain turns off, and I'm like, what? And you can tell her eyes were wide, and then they squint, and then they open again, and they're like, you're a dumbass. like it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen, and you're gonna lay down in bed that night, and you're like, why the fuck was I such a dumbass? She's like, it's gonna happen. I promise you. I'm getting like heat sweats because I'm thinking about it. So it's such a deep ingrained experience in my life.
They're lying to you. If you're sick of them lying to you and you see it once, trust me, they're doing it again and again and again and again.
Which, interestingly enough, also this week, we had a famous guy who is still under house arrest showing us once again
how corrupt the
How
media
corrupt
is.
that they are, and that they're lying to us and lying to us. So you saw the uncensored or uncut version of Andrew Tate's recent interview, yeah?
Andrew Tate recently had an interview with the BBC. They flew out to his house in Romania, and it was exactly what you would expect it to be if you believed that they were falsely accusing him and there was an agenda to bring this guy down. If you're on the camp of they're out to get him, it's exactly what you expected it to be. If you are, this guy is a bad man, you probably never even saw it because they never showed it to you.
Of course not. The Matrix not going to show you something that you already believe in.
Which is crazy. But they came out there, and this lady, Lucy, came out, and she literally had a little piece of paper, and it had like one-liners of things he said. And you are this bad of a person because you said these words. And I was talking to Will about it. I said, dude, if someone came and they did that to me and you from our podcast, we'd be fucked. Because they would be like, you guys hate people. Because if you clipped out just 4 or 5 or 10 words at a time,
without context
of the fact that we talk for over an hour once a week, and just clipped out 5 words, like you guys hate sheepdogs. What did the sheepdogs ever do to you?
Yeah, they could actually find. They could probably actually wordsmith stuff up where we could actually sound like we hate Asians too.
Exactly. And that we're racist, that we hate everyone, that we're completely bigoted, that we think we're better than everybody else. Like they could put it in a way that make us horrible.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's crazy because for Lucy, this is probably the biggest interview of her life.
Yeah, but look at the different postures. Look at this man who's sitting with the hands of power. Did you notice that?
He always does.
He's
this.
always that. I forget what it's called, but it's the, like
and Ronaldo does this.
yeah, it's like it is like the position of power.
Yeah, it's connecting all the circuits.
Why does she look
Like this?
Why does she look disheveled? And why does she like? Let's just sit here for a second. There's a reason why there's so many memes out there of the liberals in essentially being fat, pierced all over their face, blue or green hair, and just absolutely unattractive. This is a permutation of that. She is the left side, he is the right side, and she is absolutely showing up and ensuring that she lives out the persona of liberal, being unattractive. Like, why? Why would you show up to the most interesting man in the world, potentially, the most Googled man in the world, one of the most controversial men in the world, you just said, the potential biggest interview of her life, and she looks like absolute dog shit? Why is that like a theme with liberals? Why can't they fucking clean up?
So can we give them
Why can't they clean
a
up?
little bit benefit of the doubt and say maybe this look was intentional? Because if it's not intentional, it doesn't make any sense, right? If they're like, we want her to look weak, to make him look overly aggressive, and maybe this was planned. Because if it wasn't, they're the BBC. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Because
They don't have a more attractive field reporter?
And maybe they didn't want, maybe they wanted to bring that side to cater to that more audience. And because she's not even wearing makeup. Like, how do you go on the biggest interview of your life and you wear like something you bought at Target and you don't have any makeup on and you do zero research on your interviewee?
You had some dry ass pussy.
You have a long flight commercial sitting in the back from UK to Romania. You could have sat there for 2 hours on a plane and listened to one episode and get a gauge of who I'm running into, who I'm going to deal with.
Yeah.
She would have known if she just watched 2 hours that the interview that I'm going to do, that asking these questions in this way is just not going to get anywhere. Or this was the plan.
You know, you're talking 4D chess here, I guess. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's the juxtaposition that they have to create. Powerful, seemingly powerful, misogynistic man and, woman who I can't even.
Look at this guy. Look at this sexist, rapist, misogynist belittling and being rude to this normal woman.
To this Puritan looking woman.
Could be. Maybe it was intentional. I mean, why else would you put her out there looking like that? Like, dude, you didn't want to look in the mirror and like put on like a little bit of lip gloss? I don't know. Like,
no, but
you're going on TV. You don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Try.
No, liberals don't care. Their worldview is I have to look like dog shit so that I can be accepted. Because if I actually worked on myself and actually improved myself, people might actually really desire me.
But if you go on to CNN, you go on to MSNBC, the anchors they bring on, the talking heads they bring on that are female, they bring in pretty women.
No, they don't. CNN, are you talking about? What are you talking about? They bring on cows all the time.
They try.
All the time. And they're usually university professors who are not university professors. They're actually activists in social justice.
They try more than this lady.
I guess so. I just find that to be so, like, I told you before we started talking about it, I couldn't listen to get past the first 10 minutes because she was just so on agenda and so on the propaganda and so on the messaging of the BBC narrative. It's like for me, the way that I looked at it is she did not have a brain.
It was
like,
a
where'd
joke.
the brain go?
It was a joke. I mean, again, the biggest interview of her life, and for her to botch it and fuck it up so badly it's insulting for us, the people that watched it.
It is.
It's insulting that this was the first interview that he has done since he's been let go.
This is the golden calf. This is the golden moment. She fucked it up.
And I remember when BBC did the Twitter Spaces with Elon, and that did like 20 million or 30 million views.
And it was well done.
It was well done. He had an agenda. Elon tore him apart, but it was well done.
It was well staged, right?
Gave him the space to talk. You had a little back and forth. They had their loaded questions. Elon handled it, I thought, fantastically. But there was dialogue.
Elon's questions were the best. He was like, give me an example.
Yeah.
Like, you want to know the best way to disarm anyone in an interview? Give me an example. They're like, oh, fuck. I have no examples. I'm just making this shit up.
Well, Andrew Tate did the same. Give me an example. And she said, you said these exact words. And he's like, but there's context. He's like, but you didn't say these exact words. Yeah, I said it at some point. So you said these exact words.
Bro,
dude, what the fuck am I listening to?
That was the entire hour right there.
Why is she even there? Why is she even there?
She's a fucking robot. Brainless robot who looks like salty, dry punani. I don't know why that came. I'm a degen, guys. I don't know that came up in my brain. When I was watching, I was like, man, this is some dry ass pussy.
I don't think you could say that.
I can't. I thought this was the Matt Kim podcast. Fuck, man. I thought we were Joe Rogan level. We could say whatever the fuck we want, bro. If I was black, I'd be using the N-word.
I don't think we could say it. I think you're cut off. No.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Dude, shit. Is that one of the? I'm like losing Matt here. Okay, we went from golf to where are we now? We're at Andrew Tate. Where else? Where else are we going?
So last week we put up a clip on my Instagram.
Wait, I literally can't say pussy.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a blocked word or what. Who knows? And I definitely can't say the C word.
Really?
Yeah, I think
they say that shit in British television all the time.
I think that's the worst one.
That's why I said it.
Hey, ever seen the one? Do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
A couple times. I wasn't a big fan of it.
That's so funny. See if you can find a clip of when Larry David says it. And that's, dude, I don't know why. That show is my favorite show. I love Larry David's character. I think I just relate to it. Anyway.
I can see you relating to Larry David's character.
It's just the dryness and awkwardness. I don't know. It's awesome. I think you should relate to it more than anyone. So last week we put up a clip on Instagram talking about Trump and Joe Biden. And it was a really simple clip talking about that there's a choice and it's either one or the other. Very basic stuff.
We should bring it up. We should show that clip. Will, so everybody can see what Matt's talking about. This was, I think, one of our best so far.
I think the biggest I've seen, and it's confusing to say that because we've had clips go like mega viral on other people's pages.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I would say this is the largest one on your page. Correct. Specifically.
Correct.
So what are some of the view insights? Click on the view insights.
Down there, view insights.
See what the data tells us. So 500,000 plays.
577,000 plays with Facebook and Instagram. 21,000.
21,000 hearts. Over 2,000 comments. The shares is amazing.
Yeah.
25,000 people shared this shit.
And look at this. It showed it to 356 people that follow me.
But this is amazing. 400,000 people who never saw your fucking face before now
crazy.
seeing your face. That's awesome, man.
It's crazy.
This is awesome.
And the shares are what's crazy. 25,000.
Well,
And the comments.
you're telling me that I can't say the word pussy, and you're talking about on this clip the Clintons and the Bushes.
Well, that's why they're not. There are a couple on here, and there's a couple comments on here. I think the ones that really rub me the wrong way are the ones that said, "Don't you know Trump hates people like you?"
Ugh.
And I'm like, what the fuck's a person like me?
I mean,
what does that even mean?
I think there's pretty significant evidence that Trump likes anybody who's a good person and is good business. And I think he actually, we've seen him shaking hands with lots of Asian people, even Koreans. Actually, factually, I think, wasn't it Trump who shook Kim Jong-un's
Hand. Yes.
hand?
Yeah.
Like, didn't he like crossed the line, man, in South Korea? Like, the man's he's a networker. He brings people together, bro.
And he crossed the line, I believe, without his secret security.
Is that right?
Yeah, Secret Service. I believe
Balls
he
of
just walked
steel,
in,
this man.
which is crazy.
Balls of steel.
They said, "Oh yeah, there you go, Matt. Trump hates people like you. You know that, right?" And 168 people also like.
Dude, look, so many people, man, jumped on this one. The comments.
Look at this. It's crazy that one side, the liberals, say that the Republicans and the people who support Trump are all racists, right?
That's getting old real quick, though.
And then you go through all 400 of these comments on this topic alone, and all the people that come to my defense or say that's not right or that's not correct are all on one side. And all the people that are saying, yeah, Trump's a racist, are saying racist things. You know? And the fucking hypocrisy, it starts at the media and it trickles all the way down.
Man.
And they say they hate trickle-down economics.
But
Except they love trickle-down thoughts.
and politics.
And politics.
Man, so it is amazing to me. Like, I don't know why white people don't get more upset. No, seriously. Because we have literally seen titles of news clips and titles of articles that say shit like, the worst thing in America is the white man.
Yeah.
Like, wait, hold your horses. If change the word white to Asian, black. Can you imagine the backlash?
Yeah.
Like, Asians would probably get up in an uproar. Just the Viets and the Filipinos probably. We Koreans would be like, fuck off. I'm just kidding. But like, seriously, why is it that the liberal media has such freedom and no accountability to be able to say this shit about white people? I find that to be so egregious, and I just like I cannot figure out why white people they can't accept it. I know they don't accept it, but why do they tolerate it? It's so blatant.
It's the power of the media.
It's so blatant. It's so fucking rude, dude.
If someone were to stand up and say, no, that's bullshit, they say, oh, you're a racist?
You're a racist. You're a white supremacist.
No one wants to be labeled a fucking racist. It's such a good word, isn't it? Anytime someone doesn't agree with something that you say, you call them racist, it shuts down the argument immediately, and you're like, oh, fuck, but I don't want to be labeled a racist.
So here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if we should claim that word.
Racism?
Yeah.
Racist
as like
a good thing?
A good thing.
Because you're a racist, bro.
Yeah. Man, I must be rich. Is that what you mean? I mean, because this is the month of June. This is Pride Month, right? And I've seen a lot of Christians.
And you didn't wear your hat today? I bought you a hat that says Pride on it. You didn't wear it?
Oh, fuck. Hey, I've seen some Christians taking the rainbow flag and saying, this is God's promise of like Noah and the ark. And, he's not going to flood the world again. So this is all about peace and love. And so I'm seeing some Christians try to rebrand the gay flag and the June of Pride to be like the month of good loving or whatever. And so I'm wondering, in that theme, in that vein, maybe we should, if we just go hard and just use the word racist in a positive connotation, I wonder if we could actually change that word around. Like if we set it to the point where it's so fucking obvious that it doesn't, that we're clearly using it in a non-conformist way or a non-regular way, that people are just like, what the fuck are they talking about? It sounds like it's really positive to be a racist. Like, like what if we just flip the script? And it's just like, man, you're like the best racist I've ever met. Thanks so much for giving me that.
It's like how we used to use the word back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right? So why don't we claim the word? We can title this YouTube stream for claiming the title of racist as a good thing. And racist means that you're rich. We should find the acronym. RACIST. Racist, you're intelligent, you're cunt.
I mean, people have a hard time when you push back when you call them right, especially if you're a white man, right? Because I have a lot of white male friends, and they get so upset that everything is always a white man's fault. And they always talk about white privilege and the white privilege card. And like, bro, I had to fucking work my entire life. Where the fuck is my card? Right? But it's thrown in your face. And then you have all these minorities and all these people in the media saying, oh, but you're privileged. I'm like, bro, I don't feel like it.
Don't you feel like that's a long tail? Don't you feel like that's a long tail? That if they piss off the white man long enough, that the white man, just like Batman, ends up becoming the bad guy just because you beat them down long enough, and they become exactly what you wanted them to become through that demoralization over decades. Don't you think that's the agenda? Well, don't you think the white man's going to get to a point, maybe let's say 10 years from now, when they're just going to be like, fuck all this noise. Like, fuck all this shit. We're done with this shit.
I get the men being quiet on it. They don't want to deal with this shit. They have other important things in their life they have to deal with. To go into the roots and talk about racism constantly with people and try to break the stereotypes, it's a lot of fucking work.
It's exhausting.
They don't want to deal with that shit.
It's exhausting.
If you are a white female and now they're reallocating and redefining the name of what is a woman, how are you not pissed off is my question. I think that's even crazier, is that I understand, fine, white man, bad, blah, 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 right privilege, whatever. Okay. If you're a woman and they're saying, like, this dude, he's also a woman. He's going to start using your bathroom, by the way.
Yeah.
How are they not livid? I just don't get that at all, right? Because if you've ever been in a house or a facility or an office where it's a guy's bathroom or a girl's bathroom and a guy tries to go pee in the girl's bathroom, the girls in the office fucking lose their shit. You're not allowed in there.
Matt is actually speaking from experience, because the bathrooms in this office are actually labeled.
Yes. And the women get pissed when you use the girls' bathroom. However,
which I find fascinating, because let's be honest, the girls' bathrooms are so much more nastier than guys' bathrooms.
I think that's
like
what I don't want to lose that. I don't want to use that dirty shit anyway.
Seriously.
But why aren't the women standing up? They spent so many years fighting for women's rights, women's equality, women's march, women's this, right? For the last 30, 40 years of our lives. Pretty much our entire lifetime, women have been fighting for equality. And they get to a place, and just like that, oh yeah, by the way, these guys, we're going to let them do it too.
Yeah.
And they go, oh yeah, fine. There's plenty of room here. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why aren't they standing up?
That's a tough question to answer. I think it has to do with the fact that tolerance is being weaponized. Is that people are taking advantage of people's goodness, their patience, and their tolerance, where they're just slowly chipping away and encroaching in on everything, to the point where by the time that you recognize that this probably is going to be a problem, it's already too late. How do we know this? Because we have had several swimmers. You probably saw the recent swimmer who came out, the half Asian swimmer that swam with Leah Thomas. What she was talking about is something that concerned me with women's sports, and she validated it, which is simply this: is that women participation in women's sports is going to go down, because women are not going to spend their entire lives fighting, growing, stressing to be one of the best athletes in the world, only to know that the best that they can ever do is second place because there's a fucking namja. There's a man that says that he's a woman and he's going to be the same in the same competition, the same race or whatever. I think for her to, I forgot her name, for her to come out and say that she knows of people who have quit their professional sports career because men are now competing with them. That's really upsetting to me. Because, like, you have a daughter, you want her to live in a world where if she wants to compete, it should be fucking fair.
But where are the women that used to stand in the street and burn their bras because they wanted equality and fought back against the system? Why are they just quitting? Why aren't they fighting back? Why are they just taking it? Because the corporate media says you have to accept. It's bullshit. And they know it too, but they're like, you're right, fine. You know what? I don't like it, so I'm just going to quit. I don't want to compete anymore. Like, what happened to the fire that these women used to have? And we talk about that with men all the time, right? The men are losing their balls, literally, and the men are becoming pussies, and they're not standing up for themselves, and they're becoming complacent, they're becoming lazy, and they're losing their discipline, and they're not achieving what they need to achieve. We talk about this all the time.
Yep.
We hardly touch on the women. But the reality is seeing what's going on with the transgender women and them taking over all the women's shit, and they just take it lying down. It's fucking mind-boggling to me.
It is
Why
mind-boggling.
aren't they fighting back? Why?
I wish I had a good answer for you. I think the logical conclusion is we're going to see the destruction and desolation of women's sports. Like truly. Why the fuck would you want to be one of the best fighters in the world when the other fighter you're fighting against is a man and he crushes your literal skull?
It's crazy.
Like, I think, didn't she get her eye socket like punched out or some shit like that?
Done.
Oh, right there. She's fucked up, dude. Like the crazy thing is all this transgender sports stuff all focuses on one aspect of their transgender transformation, testosterone levels. Dude, the entire body has not, I'm making this up, but thousands of different hormones, thousands of different variables and parts and pieces to it. To say that you're a man and now you're a woman because your T levels are lower, get the fuck out of here. You got muscle mass. You got different length of bone structure that you grew up through puberty. Like, I find we truly live in a bizarre world where, did you hear that Leah Thomas he came out and he said he's dating women again? So he's a lesbian trans.
Oh.
He's a lesbian trans. Wait.
It's
Hold
fucking
up.
clown world.
What you really mean, Leah Thomas, or whatever the fuck your name is that you're actually a dude who likes girls. And what you did is you faked your way into winning swimming competitions, you lazy fuck. That's truly. Like, he's just a fucking regular dude like you and I. He likes to have sex with women.
Have you seen the pictures of these inmates that are now trans women and going into women's prisons?
I love that shit.
These women
fucking
or
down.
men
Burn
or
it down.
whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Burn it down.
Are you kidding me?
Burn it down.
You're going to put them in a women's prison?
Yeah, burn
It's
it down.
fucking crazy.
And they're impregnating all these women prisoners. They're beating them. They're raping them. And like that's what you get, motherfuckers. You dumbasses.
Look, women out there of the world,
Please.
you want equality. You say we're the same. I agree. If you believe that, you can't wait for the guys to get so pissed off and fight this fight for you. This is your fucking fight.
Good guys aren't gonna do
Women of
shit.
the world, you need to figure this shit out. Don't expect the guys to be like, this is enough, this is not right, and have us fight this fight. It's not fair. This is your problem. You guys need to figure this out. Step up, fight back, because like, who else is gonna do it? It's so weird when the guys tell the other guys that are girls that are guys and say this is not right. It comes off wrong.
Yeah, it
And
does.
people hate to hear that. And the women that it affects the most don't say a damn thing.
The only time men really get involved is when it affects women that they love
Correct.
or care about. And so you having a daughter, certainly, if the world continues on its current course and trajectory, you and your daughter are going to have these conversations. right? And there might be situations where you're going to get riled up because you're going to find that your daughter was mistreated by a fucking man saying that he's a girl, right? And so that's when you're going to give a fuck. But if we take that not in isolation, but if we extrapolate that out to the rest of the men, that's 99% of men. That's like, I ain't got no dog in the fight unless you bring my daughter or my wife into this shit, and then we're gonna have words.
Yeah, I get it, but the ones that are affected the most have to at least try.
Well, I think we have like some athletes now coming out. It doesn't help that we have all these old retired athletes that have fucking no spine. Like what's Megan Rapinoe or whatever, the soccer player, Olympic soccer player, she's gay. She came out and she said, we're totally okay with men and women's sports. It's like, yeah, that's because you're old and used up. Like you're not relevant anymore and you're not playing anymore. So why are you ruining the game for your younger generation, bro? That's the question that I have, is why the older generation who no longer truly has a dog in the fight, they're just talking heads, are supporting this agenda and ruining it for the younger generations who are trying to be on the come up, man. That doesn't sit with me well.
So we have two instances of corporations within the recent few weeks, within the last month, that have run into big trans backlash.
Yes.
Bud Light and Target.
Well, now Kohl's
as well. But those are the two kind of main. Bud Light became a situation where because beer drinkers, Bud Light drinkers are mostly men. Mm-hmm. If you're a man and you're seen with a Bud Light in your hand, it has a huge social impact on you.
Yeah.
Social shame.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the guy with a Bud Light.
Yeah, because you're beta.
Therefore, it crushed Bud Light.
Good.
Right? It worked.
Well, not necessarily good,
but that's how it worked, right? That they socially shamed each other, and there was such a negative connotation to be the guy with Bud Light that everyone didn't want to touch Bud Light.
No,
you don't want to be the guy at a sporting event with a Bud Light in your hand.
It's toxic, yeah.
The women need to do the same with something like a Target and a Kohl's, where they're like, oh, you shop at Target? Oh, shame. Because once that aspect goes into the social system and into the suburbs, then they're really going to see the backlash.
So I have two vantage points of this. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but one vantage point is clearly conservative boycotts with the wallet works.
Yes.
Right? But the other vantage point, and I think it's more meta and more insidious, is now we are boycotting our own American companies.
Yep.
So what does this mean in the long tail of communism and the long tail of socialism? Well, the long tail of communism and socialism is you slowly demoralize an entire country and you tear apart the roots of the country, uprooting, changing names, uprooting monuments, removing historical elements, removing businesses that are in that country, right? Once you start doing all this stuff, then you've demoralized the citizenry to the point where there's nothing left to fight for. And so, like, while I appreciate the conservative boycott with the wallets against Budweiser and Target, Kohl's, and these other companies, it's like, wait. Well, these are all American companies. When we successfully cannibalize and destroy our own companies from inside, what will be there to fight for? The way that we're going, we might end up destroying all of the purebred American companies in America, and all we'll have left in the future is foreign investment. And then we'll truly be taken over, and it won't be through guns. It'll be the fact that every major corporation in America is now China, Korea, Russia, whatever, not American, because we ate our own.
And one can argue that has already happened.
Actually, I commented on that on a tweet, and someone actually commented on it and said, actually, you're wrong, Peter. Most of the American companies are already 51% plus foreign owned anyway. So it's like, you're already fucked.
In the last few years, Saudi Arabia, going back to Saudi Arabia and their public investment fund.
That blood money, though.
That blood money, they own a huge stake in Twitter.
Yeah.
They own a huge stake of Uber. They own, I don't know how big a stake, but they own a stake of Disney, of Live Nation, which does all the events, of the PGA Tour now.
Of course, yeah.
They own a part of every corner of America.
So maybe we're already on that trajectory anyway. It's just becoming more obvious. So someone actually commented on one of my tweets, Will, that said that that Budweiser was actually already majority owned by a foreign company anyway already. So
I believe Budweiser is not an American company.
It's owned by Anheuser-Busch, and then Anheuser-Busch practically owns like 90% of the beers on the market. So it's gonna hurt the Bud Light brand, but to them in general, they'll earn it. They'll gain it somewhere else. Like they'll switch to Miller Lite, which is on their list also.
I heard that Modelo
it's becoming number one.
is number one in the
Yeah.
So for them and Anheuser-Busch, they don't give a fuck
So fucking funny because I actually bought Modelo last week.
because you don't want to buy Bud Light.
Yep. Yeah, buddy. You got it, brother. It was right there on the shelf, and I was like, fuck, I'll buy Modelo.
Oh, so if we know this is happening, we know that the media is controlling what we believe, what we buy, what we think, and that all we're doing is boycotting ourselves. How the fuck do we get out of this?
Build business. Build it for yourself. Stay humble. Stack sats. Stack your chips. Grow Matt Kim podcast. Make sure that you guys subscribe. Smash the like button. Share. We got some viral clips going. We're still pumping out content. We ain't quitting. I mean, you gotta grow your own, man. You gotta roll your own. It's what you're doing right now.
That's really it, though, isn't it? Have to work for yourself.
Well, yeah, and I'm here. I'm loving it. I'm supporting you, brother. I want to see this thing succeed.
Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone else as well. See you guys next week. Thank you, everybody.
Peace, guys. I got a little heated, man. I have a daughter too, man. I'm concerned about the future for my daughter because it's not that I'm worried about her.
Well, yes, because it's all the women in society. If it goes a certain way, it bleeds into
that, and that's what I was about to say. Is that she's gonna have to contend with bullshit.
Yeah.
That's not worth an ounce of her memory space.